Hi everybody, this is Richard Osborne, the creator and developer of LearnBook, and I wanted to start a new series of videos today called LearnBook in 10 minutes. If Jamie Oliver can do his 15-minute meals, then I can do a LearnBook lesson in 10 minutes, I reckon. It's to show how we would do a good DALT lesson with the right kind of parts, using a video and trying to keep the teacher's work to a minimum in 10 minutes, so that when we're looking at a 1 or 1.5 hour lesson for the learner, hopefully for the teacher, it hasn't taken any more than 10 minutes to create the lesson, 10 minutes to correct the lesson. So we're still within the limits of what we want, which is to reduce the teacher training time as much as possible. So I'm going to get a timer going. Let's see, timer, and we'll set it up for. We'll set it up here and click start. And when we click start, I'll start making the lesson, and we'll see if I can get a lesson done in 10 minutes. Hope I can. We'll find out. Here we go. No, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Start. Okay. So this is a real person that I'm teaching in LearnBook at the moment. I'm going to make lesson 4. I'm lucky because it's something I'm able to do stuff that's quite general with this person. So let's just create a blank lesson and get started that way. I don't know what the title of the lesson is going to be yet, but I know it's lesson 4 in the sequence. I'm going to make 3 new sections. So we're going to call this section 1 listening, and this is going to be, let's call that 20 minutes. Let's just make them 20 minutes each. So nice easy number to start with. We can modify that, of course, later. I'm going to make this a grammar part, and I'm going to make this into section 3 practice. So I can modify that later if I want to change the times. I can change them. If I decide I'm going to do a different lesson objective, that's fine. And section 3, we're going to make that 20 minutes too. So I've got 3 20-minute sections. That's a nice mix. It means that the learner can come in and do little bits, and doesn't have to do the whole thing at once. If they want to do 20 minutes each day, then that's going to take 3 days to finish a 1 hour lesson. That's not bad. So I'm going to go and find a video to use. I already have a video in mind. I very often just can go and search for something like TED on YouTube. There was a video I saw the other day that I thought was really funny, which is this one. It's an extract from a TED video about somebody doing an experiment on monkeys where they get paid in grapes, and one monkey is getting paid more grapes than the other monkey with different colors, and so it's all about fairness. It's a great lesson if you want to do comparatives and superlatives, for example. So I'm going to take the link to that one here. I'm going to put that in my listening bit. It's my first part. Show the video below and answer the following questions. Or am I going to do that first? No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a video introduction first, so delete that. I'll leave that blank. To do a video introduction. Oh, I broke it. There we go. So I'll do a video introduction afterwards. I'll do watch this video and answer the following questions. So just really general listening questions I'm targeting for this first part. I'm interested. Why? Which grapes nights? Do you think this experiment would apply to humans? Really general discussion about that. Saving that. I'm going to go back to that first one and put in a video introduction. So just add a bit of a personal touch to it. Hi there, and welcome to this lesson. We're going to watch a video from TED about fair pay and how fairness is something that can be discovered in the animal community as much as the human community. So I hope you enjoy this video and this lesson where we'll be learning about comparative adjectives. So just a really quick 30-second introduction to keep it personal. Add that to my message and save that. Okay, and now we're going to hit the grammar part. So I know that this video from experience is about a really good point about comparatives. Comparative. And although I'm aiming this at kind of pre-intermediate, intermediate level, and there's always a good opportunity to come back and have a look at comparatives. That was pretty good. Yeah, some nice expression, pretty complete explanation there from Education First. Thank you, Education First. So I'm going to put this into my next message. Now we'll look at comparatives. Read the description below and complete the expressions. I'm going to do something a bit more controlled practice. So let's say first part will be the first monkey was the second one because of just leave it simple. Two, we're trying to do a control practice here just so we can see if they can apply the rules that they've seen in the grammar exercise that we sent them. So we've got a long adjective, let's do a short adjective. The experiment was funnier than the speaker's presentation. And we need a starts with Y, then we need a short adjective without Y. So let's say the experiment was bigger. So then we can do a bit of control practice there. And we'll maybe do another bit of control practice here, which is a little bit freer. Now write your own sentences using the comparative to the video. It's a bit free to write whatever they want. So we're going to write we're going to write difficult. We're going to have one with interesting. High. Let's do the short one. Long. Okay, let's see what they look like. Okay, and our control bit, and now we're going to do our freer bit. So let's see. Which in France. What could we say about that? Write out the comparatives that I make and record video and explain whether you agree or disagree with my comparisons. That should bring them to use the same kind of vocabulary or the same forms that we've been teaching with the bits above here, force them to use some long, short adjectives in comparative and see if they've really got it, in their own words. And also a bit of listening practice, being able to write out the things that I've done. So let's record a video. So I've been in France for 9 years, which is a long time for me. It's longer than I've stayed in any country. And I have a feeling that France is fairer than other countries like Spain or Italy in terms of equal pay at work. When we talk about how much a man or a woman is paid in work, I feel that France is fairer than France or Italy or Spain. In my experience, Italy, for example, women have a lower pay than men generally in work. At least that's what I saw from statistics. And there are longer and more complex studies being published all the time about different European countries and how fair their payment system is. So I think if you look at that, you'll see that, for example, in the United Kingdom, there is more equal pay. There's a more open system in the United Kingdom for seeing what people are paid, and certain administrative things in place to make it easier and more obvious for people whether they're being paid an equal amount as their counterparts or not. So please write out, like I said, the comparisons that I made, if you can write the sentences that I used for comparisons, and then record your own video and tell me if you think you agree or not with these comparisons. Thanks. Let's wait for that video to come in. Click and save. And it is done. Whoa, my God, I couldn't have planned it better than that. 10 minutes. I literally did not think that would happen, but here we go. We're at 10 minutes and 9 seconds. We've got a nice, simple, but nice, oh, the first video didn't work. That's fine. I can just go in and add it again because it's saved in my video list. That's handy. So there we go, put that back in. So we've got a nice introduction with a nice personal introduction to the learner, which makes them feel like they're connected with the teacher. We've got an interesting video with some really general listening questions. Hopefully will be not too difficult for pre-intermediate and above. We're re-looking at a grammar point. It's just revising the rules, something they might already know, but it'll be good for them to see the rules explained very clearly and then to prove that they've understood it. And finally, to do something that's a bit, they're going to get hopefully something, a bit of a debate out of that by hearing what I think about these issues. And obviously I was just recording a video spontaneously, but it's one of those things that we would do in a face-to-face lesson, just try to, even if the information I've given is not really true, it's just something to get them talking and to say, oh, but that's obviously ridiculous. And I've seen studies where Italy is much fairer than France. Well, they've used the word fairer, so I'm happy. I don't care that they think I'm an idiot. They've used the vocabulary that I want. So you can see how this would be a really nice lesson, and it's easily going to be 20 minutes if we're including the time it takes for them to understand the things that I've written, to compose their own reply, and then for me to put in a quick bit of feedback for each of the things that they say. Here it would just be correcting their sentences with a bit of highlighting, and here it would be maybe recording another video underneath their video, responding to their own opinion about fairness. And that, in the long run, although that took me 10 minutes to make, if I copy that and put it into a new group in the future with with a new student, then I haven't spent any time creating it. I've just copied it. I would have to replace maybe the first video, but I didn't use the learner's name, so I could also just copy that in. And then it would just be a question of waiting for the learner to reply to each of these parts and coming in and doing the feedback. So at the point where the material is made, whether you're using one of the templates in LearnBook or whether you're making your own lesson like I've just done, you can come in and do the feedback, and that shouldn't take you any more than to listen to what they've done and to write some, to write a bit of feedback or to record something. That kind of lesson could take easily 10 or 15 minutes total to get all of the messages and feedback done. So it's the kind of thing where we can easily reduce our interaction time, but when these times are added up in the signing sheet, that's going to show 1 hour completed by that learner, which when you're in a language school situation, or if you've got a package that you've sold them, that's 1 hour that you can bill that learner for 15 minutes of work. So it's really fitting into that model of getting you paid more for the quality work that you're doing, but trying to outsource a little bit of that work to the platform so that you're not spending that face-to-face time all the time with the learner, but still being able to bill for it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and it's given you an idea a bit of how LearnBook works, and I look forward to recording more. Thanks for watching.